Hey guys, welcome to this very important session, part 3 of Legal Aptitude, part 4 of Legal Aptitude PYQ Analysis of AP Lawcet. So, class lo manam AP Lawcet 3-year LLB remaining questions, and the other day we were discussing, we stopped at 80. So today we'll discuss from 81 to 120, through which we will be completing the entire 120 questions, right? So if you can hear my voice and look at the presentation on the screen, please give me a very quick yes in the chat window so that I'll proceed with today's class. I hope everybody can hear my voice and look at the presentation on the screen. Let us look into the first question that is there on your screen. The minimum age of marriage for boy and girl, very good, very good. The minimum age of boy and girl respectively as per the Hindu Marriage Act. హిందూ వివాహ చట్టం ప్రకారం బాలుడికి మరియు బాలికకు ఉండాల్సిన కనీస వివాహ వయస్సు ఎంత? రైట్ డౌన్ ఇన్ ద చాట్ విండో. Well done, excellent. So the answer is 21 years for boy and 8. Okay, I think I have to change the color of the pen. Just a sec. Yeah, 21 for boy and 18 for girl, right? So recently a proposal was made, okay, oka pratipadana entante to make it 21 and 21 for both, but that is not yet formulated. So 21 and 18 is the right answer. Next question. A case law on similar facts decided by the court previously is known as. ఒకే విధమైన విషయంపై కోర్టు ఇంతకు ముందు నిర్దేశించిన న్యాయాన్ని ఏమంటారు? Oh no, I think we discussed this in the previous paper also. Very good, Vijaya, very good. So the answer is precedent. So precedent ante oka same case lo intaku mundu court ichinaటువంటి judgment. So that is what we use it as a precedent. And I think you guys have forgot these legal maxims, that is ratio decidendi and obiter dicta. So don't worry if you guys have video is not clear. I think like I can see the output in my mobile phone. It is actually clear. So maybe there is some, I think there's some fluctuation, I know. But other than that, I think the screen is visible and yeah. Okay. See, ratio decidendi and obiter dicta, as I discussed in my previous classes, right? So ratio decidendi is the rationale or the reasoning given by the court for any judgment. Okay, judgment iyadaniki unnatuvanti main reason, you call it as ratio decidendi. Whereas obiter dicta ante aa judgment lo main reasoning kaakunda migita vishayalu, other things that are said, right? So obiter dicta has no binding value, whereas ratio decidendi has a binding value. Don't worry if you forgot these maxims, because very soon I am going to start a fresh revision or a fresh crash course wherein I will be discussing about all, I'll be revising like everything in this particular batch. Okay, next. Preamble of the Constitution means Bharata Rajyangamlo preamble anaga enti? The closing chapter of the Indian Constitution, schedule, annexure, an introductory statement to the Indian Constitution. Write it down in the chat window. Very good Alpha, very good Priyanka, Jeevana. Well done guys, excellent. Well done, Vijaya, Nayak, Mahima, Madhu, excellent guys. So the answer is an introductory statement to the Indian Constitution. So preamble ante mana constitution start aye mundu and first page lo it is written what exactly is the objective of this particular constitution. So it is an introductory statement. Next, India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, right? భారతదేశం ఒక సార్వభౌమ సామ్యవాద లౌకిక ప్రజాస్వామ్య గణతంత్ర దేశం. ఈ ప్రకటనలో గణతంత్ర అనే పదం దేనిని సూచిస్తుంది? నాట్ క్లియర్. స్క్రీన్ సైజ్ కొంచెం పెంచుతున్నా, బట్ ఈవెన్ దెన్ ఐ థింక్ సో ఇన్ మై ఫోన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్. మేబీ ఇంటర్నెట్ ప్రాబ్లం, రైట్? Very, oh my gosh, I know most of you will. Well done TS, well done Alpha, excellent, very good guys, very good. So the answer is, what is the meaning of republic? Okay, so republic means the head of the state in India is an elected head, right? Who is the head of state in India? Who is head of state in India? India lo head of state evaru? Write it down in the chat window. President. So is president appointed or elected? రాష్ట్రపతిని అపాయింట్ చేస్తారా, ఎలక్షన్ జరుగుతుందా? What is the answer, guys? So there is an election for the president position, right? There is an election which happens through a secret ballot proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. There is an electoral college. So in the electoral college there are elected members of parliament and elected members of state legislative assemblies who will take part in the election. So that is what is the meaning of republic. So when it comes to in monarchic countries, CM, if CM is an elected member of the legislative assembly, then definitely he will also take part, because CM does not necessarily have to be from what do you say, legislative assembly. CM అనేవాడు అసెంబ్లీ నుండి ఉండాలని రీజన్ ఏం లేదు. So he can be from legislative council also, or he can even be a nominated member. I'm talking about him next. Oh, we discussed about this, right? Aruna Ramachandra Shanbag versus Union of India is a case related to Aruna Ramachandra Shanbag దేనికి సంబంధించింది? What is the answer? Very good guys. So Aruna Ramachandra Shanbag versus Union of India is related to euthanasia. So last class we discussed about this particular thing, right? So in Aruna Ramachandra Shanbag versus Union of India, Supreme Court told that euthanasia is not allowed, whereas in Common Cause versus Union of India, Supreme Court held that passive euthanasia is allowed in India. The directive principles of state policy under the Indian Constitution focuses on what? భారత రాజ్యాంగంలోని ఆదేశిక సూత్రాల ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటి? Write it down in the chat window. Yeah, very tricky question, I would say. And there is a conflict between the option given in the exam paper and also the original answer, so to say. See, if you look at this particular thing, eradication of unemployment, right? So it says that nowhere in DPSP it is written that unemployment has to be eradicated, right? సో అన్ఎంప్లాయీస్కి హెల్ప్ చేయాలన్నట్టు ఉంది, బట్ అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్నే తీసేయాలని లేదు. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్ ఇన్ డిపిఎస్పి. అండ్ ప్రమోషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండస్ట్రియలైజేషన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో నాట్ సో రిలవెంట్, బికాస్ ఇన్ గాంధీ అండ్ డిపిఎస్పి it is stated that you have to promote cottage industries, right? అంటే కుటీర పరిశ్రమలను ప్రోత్సహించాలి, చిన్న చిన్న ఇండస్ట్రీస్ ప్రోత్సహించాలి. But it doesn't necessarily imply of entire industrialization, right? And to establish a welfare state, this is very much given in all the DPSPs. So మీరు అన్ని DPSPs చదివితే దాని మేజర్ ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే టు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ వెల్ఫేర్ స్టేట్. ఓకే, సో ఆల్ ద అబవ్ కెనాట్ బి ద మోస్ట్ అప్రోప్రియేట్ ఆన్సర్. సో ఎగ్జామ్లో ఆల్ ద అబవ్ అని ఇచ్చిండు ఆన్సర్, బట్ టు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ ఎ వెల్ఫేర్ స్టేట్ వుడ్ బి ద మోస్ట్ అప్రోప్రియేట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ క్వశ్చన్. Right, next. Yeah, yes, option 3 is the right answer for that. Z is riding a palanquin, A intending to rob Z, right? So Z is there on a, Z is actually riding a palanquin and A want to rob Z, right? And he seizes the pole and stops the palanquin. Here A used his bodily power and had caused cessation of motion to Z. Ante Z ni vellakunda aapindu akkada. So in this particular case, what is the liability of A in the transaction? Z పల్లకిలో స్వారీ చేస్తున్నాడు. A అనే వ్యక్తి Z ను దోచుకోవడానికి ఉద్దేశంతో పల్లకిని ఆపివేస్తాడు. ఇక్కడ A తన శారీరక శక్తిని ఉపయోగించి Z కి చలనం నిలిపివేశాడు. ఈ వ్యవహారంలో A యొక్క బాధ్యత ఏమిటి? A, by using his physical force, he stopped Z from moving. Right, so the answer is A has used criminal force to Z. It is really, really important, right? Because yesterday I told you, where does the crime originate? Crime ekkada originate aithe, where does the crime start? Crime start ayedi ekkada? So crime actually starts in the brain, right? So there should be an intention to commit. Very clear that there is intention, right? Intention undi. And second thing, attempt kuda undi, right? Attempt and accomplishment. So అతని పవర్ని యూజ్ చేసి he actually stopped Z from moving. Cessation of movement, motion to Z అంటే Z ని కదలకుండా he has stopped, right? So that is why A has used criminal force, right? So option A అనేది this is like outrightly a sweeping statement, right? So A ని చాలా ఈజీగా మనం రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ it is very clear that A intending to rob Z, right? So Z ని రాబ్ చేయాలని అక్కడ వెరీ క్లియర్లీ దెర్ ఇస్ అన్ ఇంటెన్షన్, ఫోర్స్ కూడా యూజ్ చేసిండు. సో A cannot be the answer whatsoever, right? So A has used force with the consent to Z. Z ఎక్కడైనా పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చిండా నా మీద ఫోర్స్ యూజ్ చేయని? Is it given anywhere? Is it given anywhere? No, right? So when there is a clear intention and when he already used a force, it is very clear that A has used criminal force to Z. Next, result of successful prosecution is, విజయవంతమైన ప్రాసిక్యూషన్ యొక్క ఫలితం, ప్రిపరేషన్, అటెంప్ట్, అకంప్లిష్మెంట్స్. సో అవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు. ఐ జస్ట్ ఆస్ క్రైమ్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యేది ఎక్కడ? ఇట్ స్టార్ట్స్ ఇన్ ద హెడ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. Right, which position, something like this. Oh, so actually I just saw that we have hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So when did this happen? I don't know. But yeah, 100, I can see the number as 100. What is the answer? Very good guys. So the answer is conviction. Prosecution and ever, who is prosecution? Yesterday I explained it in criminal law class. In the criminal law class lo nenu already explain chesina. Prosecution ante evaru? Who is prosecution? Thank you Vijay. I know it is not a very big achievement because on my personal YouTube channel, like I have like 1,800 subscribers. So here of course we have started new, so that's No. Who is prosecution? Police will file the case. Prosecution and ever. Who is prosecution? Revision is very important, right? Prosecution ante the one. Very good, very good. So who is arguing on behalf of the state? So state tarpuna vadinche lawyer ni we call him as prosecution. So state tarpuna vadinche oka lawyer yokka what is his primary intention is to make the accused as a convict, right? So yesterday I explained in the class what is the difference between accused and convict. So ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక మనిషి మీద నింద మోపబడుతుందో ఒక ఆరోపణ చేయబడుతుందో అప్పుడు he is a accused, right? So prosecution యొక్క ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే his successful prosecution is that when he proves accused as a convict, right? So that is what is the answer. So just revise the criminal law class again. Yesterday I took a class on criminal law. Please go through it and come back. Not now, but after this class. When an emergency is proclaimed due to threat to the security of the country, it is considered as దేశ భద్రతకు ముప్పు వాటిల్లిన కారణంగా అత్యవసర పరిస్థితి విధించినప్పుడు జారీ చేసిన ఉత్తర్వును ఏమంటారు? Write it down in the chat window. Very good, Gardas, Priyanka, Jeevana, Alpha, TS, Madhu. I think I have to actually get a new chair. This is not so comfortable. Very good, guys, very good. Nayak, Tota, Rahul. So it is national emergency. So national emergency is imposed under Article 352 of the Indian Constitution. So Article 352 kinda okavela దేశానికి ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది అని అనుకున్నాం, నాట్ ఓన్లీ టు ఎంటైర్ ఇండియా, ఈవెన్ టు సమ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, కొంచెం ఇండియాలో కూడా ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా we will be imposing national emergency under Article 352, right? So state emergency is imposed under Article 356 when there is a failure of constitutional machinery in the state, right? So and then we impose financial emergency under Article 360 when the president feels that there is some threat to the credit or financial stability of India, right? So that is the right answer. Next, who among the following was the chairman of drafting committee of the Indian Constitution? భారత రాజ్యాంగ ముసాయిదా కమిటీ చైర్మన్ గా ఈ క్రింది వారిలో ఎవరున్నారు? Write it down in the chat window. Very good, Jeevana. Very good, Madhu. Nayak, Trisha, Jeevana, Aishwarya, Alpha, Taduka, TS. Very good, guys. The answer is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of drafting committee. Very good. Next. X. Very interesting question. X sells a stolen bike to Mr. Y. X అనేవాడు ఏం చేసిండంటే ఒక బైక్ దొంగతనం చేసిండు and he sold it to Y. And Y buys it in good faith. Choose a correct answer, right? X దొంగిలించబడిన బైక్ను మిస్టర్ వైకి విక్రయించాడు. దానిని Y చిత్తశుద్ధితో కొన్నాడు. సో చిత్తశుద్ధితో కొన్నాడు అంటే అసలు Y is not aware that X has stolen this particular bike. ఇది దొంగిలించిన బైక్ అని వైకి అవగాహన లేదు. He thought that it is X bike and X pays the money and takes it back. What is the option that is available? What is the answer? Very good, Jeevana. Very good, Vijaya. So the answer is Y will get no title transfer as X title was defective, right? So here look at this particular thing. ఇప్పుడు ఒక వస్తువును అమ్మాలనుకుంటే, for example, if I have to sell this particular water bottle, first thing is that I should be the owner of this bottle, రైట్. సో నేను ఓనర్ కానప్పుడు ఇంకొకటి నేను ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయలేను. ఐ కెనాట్ డూ దాట్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ అలౌడ్ అండర్ ద సేల్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ యాక్ట్, రైట్. సో సిమిలర్లీ when it is a stolen good, or if it is a if you are not the actual original owner of it, you cannot sell. And even if the other party is not aware, అంటే వేరే పార్టీకి తెలియకపోయినా తెలిసినా కానీ the title cannot be transferred whatsoever. Only if you are the owner, నువ్వు నిజమైన ఓనర్ అయితే only at that particular point in time they will transfer the title. So transfer the title, you are transferring the ownership. I hope it is clear, right? Next question. Consensus ad idem, contract law already discussed on this question, we have discussed it. What is the meaning of consensus ad idem? Very good, Madhu, excellent. The answer is meeting of minds. So what is consensus ad idem? Consensus ad idem ante both the parties should agree on same things in the same sense. Like I discussed an example of Maruti and Alto, right? Sorry, there is Alto and Santro, like two of these cars. So either manshulu same, they have to agree on same things in the same sense. Meeting of minds. Next. The process of altering an existing statute by parliament is known as. Parliament ద్వారా శాసనాన్ని మార్చే ప్రక్రియను డాష్ అంటారు. Very good Jeevana. Very good Alpha, Nayak, TS, Vijaya, Madhu, Venu, Rahul. Very good, guys. So the answer is amendment of a statute. So alteration ante edaina change cheyadani we call it as an amendment. Next, temporary release of a convicted prisoner from the jail for a fixed period is known as. Temporary release. Yesterday I did not actually refer, but I told that one thing is not the answer from here. So those who have paid very close attention in my class yesterday will definitely be in a position to answer it. What is the answer? The answer is parole. So parole ante temporary oka manishini bayatiki పంపించడం. So if you are arrested, you are convicted and you are sending out. What is the meaning of bail? చాలా మంది bail అనుకుంటారు. Bail అంటే అది కాదు. So bail అంటే the amount that you have to deposit to get out on parole, right? So bail is an amount which you have to deposit to the court so that you will be released outside. So parole is the right answer. For those who did not understand this, go and watch the criminal law session that I discussed yesterday. Next, Chief Election Commissioner is entitled to same salary and facilities that are provided to. ప్రధాన ఎన్నికల కమిషనరు ఎవరితో సమానమైన జీతము మరియు భత్యము పొందడానికి అర్హులు? Very good Jeevana, excellent. Very good Nayak, excellent. So the answer is Judge of Supreme Court. So just like the Judge of Supreme Court, he will be entitled to all the salaries and allowances. Who is the present Chief Election Commissioner of India? భారతదేశ ప్రస్తుత ప్రధాన ఎన్నికల అధికారి ఎవరు? ఆల్రెడీ లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో డిస్కస్ చేసినాం కదా. వి డిస్కస్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్. సో చీఫ్ ఎలక్షన్ కమిషనర్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఇస్ మిస్టర్ రాజీవ్ కుమార్, రైట్? సో ద salary of Supreme Court judge is around 2.5 lakh rupees. Next, which of the following words are added to Preamble of the Indian Constitution by 42nd Constitution Amendment Act? Very easy and important question. Multiple times this question was asked in the exam. 42వ సవరణ చట్టం ద్వారా భారత రాజ్యాంగ పీఠికకు కింది వాటిలో ఏ పదాలు జోడించబడ్డాయి? Very good Alpha, very good Rahul, very good Vijaya, very good Gardas. So the answer is socialist, secular and integrity. Sovereign already undi, republic is already there, right? So democratic and sovereign is already there. So socialist, secular and integrity were added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. Next question is appearing on your screen. The term WIPO stands for, those who have attended my class on intellectual property rights. నేను మొన్న తీసుకున్నటువంటి IPR క్లాస్ ఎవరైతే అటెండ్ అయ్యారో దే షుడ్ బి ఇన్ ఏ పొజిషన్ టు ఆన్సర్ దిస్ ప్రాపర్లీ. వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్ Madhu, TS, Jeevna, Alpha, Vijaya. Okay, also answer me the next supplementary question. World Intellectual Property Organization headquarters ekkada undi? Where is the headquarters of WIPO? Those who have answered it correct, write it down in the chat window. Very good. Venu, Rahul, Priyanka, Nayak. Where is the headquarters of World Intellectual Property Organization? It is in Geneva, Switzerland. Geneva, Switzerland lo World Intellectual Property Organization undi. Very good, very good, excellent. Next, whistleblower policy in India was recommended by. భారతదేశంలో విజిల్ బ్లోవర్ విధానాన్ని సిఫారసు చేసింది ఎవరు? విజిల్ బ్లోవర్ విధానాన్ని సిఫారసు చేసింది ఎవరు? Very good guys, excellent. So the answer is N.R. Narayana Murthy. So in the previous class I talked who exactly is a whistleblower, right? So whistleblower ante somebody who highlights the irregularities that are there it might be either in public or private sector, right? So public or private sector lo lopala jarigetatvanti avakatavakalanu baita pettetatvanti person, he or she is known as whistleblower. So I gave you an example of Mr. Ashok Khemka, who was an IAS officer and he was transferred multiple times, right? So yeah, next, which of the following fundamental rights is meant for the enforcement of fundamental rights? ఈ క్రింది ప్రాథమిక హక్కులలో ఏది ప్రాథమిక హక్కును అమలు కోసం ఉద్దేశింపబడింది? Write it down in the chat window. Very good guys, very good, excellent. So the answer is right to constitutional remedies, which is there under article 32. అంటే ప్రాథమిక హక్కుల పరిరక్షణ హక్కు. సో ఒకవేళ మీ ప్రాథమిక హక్కులు ఉల్లంఘించబడితే మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా సుప్రీం కోర్ట్కి అప్రోచ్ కావచ్చు. యూ కెన్ అప్రోచ్ ద సుప్రీం కోర్ట్. యా, వెరీ గుడ్ శ్రీకాంత్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో డిస్క్రైబ్డ్ యాజ్ హార్ట్ అండ్ సోల్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. నెక్స్ట్, ఇండియన్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ యాక్ట్ డీల్స్ విత్. భారత ఒప్పంద చట్టం దీనితో వ్యవహరిస్తుంది. భారత ఒప్పంద చట్టం దేని గురించి మాట్లాడుతుంది? ఒప్పంద చట్టం. Very good TS, excellent. So the answer is commercial law, right? So contract act does not deal with criminal law. It does not deal with tax law and also does not deal with intellectual property law. Why everybody is writing it as intellectual property? Contract law, and what is contract law? It governs contracts between two people which are private, right? So it is a commercial law, so to say, because in contract one important aspect is consideration, right? So that is why commercial law is the right answer. A person borrows money from another person and gives some land as a security to repay the debt. This transaction is called. ఒక వ్యక్తి మరొక వ్యక్తి నుండి డబ్బును అప్పుగా తీసుకుంటాడు మరియు అప్పు తీర్చడానికి కొంత భూమిని పూచికత్తుగా ఇస్తాడు. ఈ లావాదేవీని ఏమంటారు? వెరీ గుడ్. మధు, త్రిష, ఆల్ఫా, జీవన, టిఎస్, విజయ, ప్రియాంక. Very good, guys. So the answer is mortgage. So mortgage is pledging, or pledging an immovable property, or the bailment of immovable property for the purpose of repaying the debt. So the bailment of goods for the bailment of movable goods for the repayment of debt is known as. ఏ అనే వ్యక్తి డబ్బులు తీసుకుంటాడు. సో ఆస్తి కాకుండా he kept some of his let us say his silver chain. Then what is the answer? The answer is pledge. So pledge is the bailment of goods for the repayment of debt. So goods, and here it is immovable property, movable property. దేనైతే మనం కదల్చగలుగుతామో, that is this one. Social, economic and political justice is enshrined in సామాజిక, ఆర్థిక, రాజకీయ న్యాయం ఎక్కడ పొందుపరిచారు? ఇండియన్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ చట్టం, భారత రాజ్యాంగం యొక్క పీఠిక, ఇండియన్ ఈజ్మెంట్స్ చట్టం, లిమిటేషన్ చట్టం. The answer is preamble to the Indian Constitution. So in preamble to the Indian Constitution, how many types of justices are there? Social justice, economic justice and political justice. So preamble is the right answer. Well done, well done. Next, ignorance of law is చట్టం యొక్క అజ్ఞానం అనేది క్షమించదగినది, కొన్ని కేసుల్లో క్షమించదగినది, జరిమానా మాత్రమే వర్తిస్తుంది. వాట్ ఇస్ ఆన్సర్? వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్. ఆల్ఫా, టిఎస్, త్రిష, శ్రీకాంత్, ప్రియాంక, ఉపేందర్, మధు, జీవన, విజయ, రాహుల్. Very good, guys. So the answer is not excusable whatsoever. I also told you the reason why it is not excusable, right? So ignorance of law is not an excuse. We have a very important legal maxim that is known as ignorantia juris non excusat. Ignorantia juris non excusat అంటే ignorance of law అనేది అస్సలు ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ కాదు. ఎందుకంటే ఇఫ్ వి గివ్ ఇగ్నోరెన్స్ ఆఫ్ లా యాజ్ అన్ ఎక్స్క్యూజ్, తప్పు చేసిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరు నాకు లా తెలియదు అని అంటాడు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ వేరింగ్ ఎ హెల్మెట్, రైట్? అండ్ police, they'll impose a challan on me, and I cannot go and say that, oh, I don't know the law that I have to wear a helmet on the road. I don't know the law I should go on left side of the road, right? I will murder somebody and I'll say that, murdering somebody is not an offense. I don't know, this is there in IPC. You cannot say that, right? So if you give excuse, everybody will claim it as the biggest excuse. So that is why ignorance of law is not excusable whatsoever. But ignorantia facti excused. Ignorance of fact is excusable, but ignorance of law is not an excuse whatsoever. Next question. Which of the following is a white collar crime? క్రింది వాటిలో White collar crime attend. So I have a black collar. Let us see what is a white collar crime. Different answers. I like this particular thing. Very good, very good. Excellent, guys. So the answer is economic crimes. So white collar crimes under something where there is no violence. So violence same like there is some financial fraud. So that is known as an economic offense, right? Next, the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act 2019 relates to Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act 2019 దేనికి సంబంధించింది? దేనికి సంబంధించింది? Very quickly, guys. We have discussed it multiple times, I would say. Very good, guys. Excellent. So the answer is triple talaq, right? So triple talaq, which is also known as talaq e biddat, which means 3 times if you give talaq, talaq and talaq, so you will get the divorce. So this was actually struck down by the Supreme Court, as a result of which, Parliament has enacted the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act. Very good, right? Next. The Malimat Committee report deals with. Malimat Committee నివేదిక దేనితో వ్యవహరిస్తుంది? విడాకులకు సంబంధించిన చట్టం యొక్క సమీక్ష, క్రిమినల్ జస్టిస్ పరిపాలన యొక్క సమీక్ష, ముస్లిం వ్యక్తిగత చట్టాలలో సంస్కరణలు, భూ చట్టాల సంస్కరణ, దేని గురించి మాట్లాడుతుంది? Very good. Already question అడిగిండు అనుకుంటా in the TS Lawcet or AP Lawcet. So the answer is reform on క్రిమినల్ జస్టిస్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్. క్రిమినల్ జస్టిస్ పరిపాలనల యొక్క సంస్కరణ కోసం మల్లిమత్ కమిటీని ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. నెక్స్ట్, under the Indian Contract Act, an agreement dash is an agreement. The contract under Indian Contract Act is an agreement. భారత కాంట్రాక్ట్ చట్టం ప్రకారం కాంట్రాక్ట్ అనగా ఒక ఒప్పందము, enforceable by law, not enforceable by law, not a promise, forbidden by law. What is your answer? Very good, excellent. So the answer is enforceable by law. So for an agreement to become into a contract, it should have a valid consideration, and it should also have, the party should be competent to the contract, and the party should be of sound mind, and the contract, the agreement should be enforceable in a court of law. Next, World Consumer Rights Day is observed on ప్రపంచ వినియోగదారుల హక్కుల దినోత్సవాన్ని ప్రతి సంవత్సరం ఎప్పుడు జరుపుకుంటారు? ప్రపంచ వినియోగదారుల దినోత్సవాన్ని ప్రతి సంవత్సరం ఎప్పుడు జరుపుకుంటారు? What do you think is your answer? Very good. As we have discussed in our previous class, 15th March is the right answer. So in current affairs class, I think we have discussed this particular aspect. So 15th March is observed as World Consumer Rights Day. Next, which of the following is not an invitation to offer? Contract law discuss చేసినప్పుడు offer ki invitation of offer ki teda endo I have explained it. I have explained what is the difference between contract and invitation to offer and invitation to offer. Those who paid very close attention in my class should be in a position to answer this. Well done, Nani, Madhu. Excellent, excellent. Very good, Jivana. Very good. So, what is an invitation to offer? Invitation to offer ante oka specific వ్యక్తికి చేసినటువంటి ఆఫర్ కాదు. ఓకే, సో గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ ఎవర్, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ టు ద ఎంటైర్ వరల్డ్ ఎట్ లాస్ట్. సంబడి విల్ లుక్ ఎట్ ఇట్ అండ్ కమ్ టు హిమ్. లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, goods displayed in a shop with a price tag. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు for example this Hershey's milkshake is priced at 40 rupees, right? So I have placed it in a shop. Okay, అది షాప్లో ఉన్నంత మాత్రాన నాకు షాప్కీపర్కి ఆఫర్, did shopkeeper make any offer to me? No, I will go there, I will look at the rate, and whoever pays the best price to him, shopkeeper will give it to him, right? So placing goods in an auction sale అంటే వేలం పాటలో వేయడం. సో ఎవడైతే ఎక్కువ ప్రైస్ ఇస్తాడో వానికి విల్ గివ్ ద పర్టికులర్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆర్ సర్వీస్, రైట్? అండ్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్స్ ఇన్ ఎ న్యూస్ పేపర్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ మేకింగ్ ఎనీ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్, లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ we have discussed, right? So Carbolic Smoke Ball Company, so their advertisement, when an advertisement is there, it is not an offer. But when somebody purchases a good, then it becomes an offer, right? So amount promised to pay per hour per lecture. So you have promised to somebody that, so per hour I'll pay you this much of amount. So then it is not an invitation to offer. It is an offer because it is made to a specific person, and it is there is a specific consideration, everything over here. Next, so this is the right answer. Legal meaning of oath. ప్రమాణం యొక్క న్యాయపరమైన అర్థం ఏమిటి? ప్రమాణం యొక్క న్యాయపరమైన అర్థం ఏమిటి? A sworn declaration, just a second, a sworn declaration to tell the truth before the court. Next, the dispute regarding election of President of India can be referred to. భారత రాష్ట్రపతి ఎన్నికకు సంబంధించిన వివాదాన్ని ఎక్కడ పరిష్కరిస్తారు? పార్లమెంట్, సుప్రీం కోర్ట్, ఎలక్షన్ కమిషన్, పార్లమెంట్ అండ్ స్టేట్ అసెంబ్లీస్. వెరీ గుడ్ శ్రీకాంత్, వెరీ గుడ్ మధు, నాయక్, జీవన. Why Jivana, why did you write 3 times 2? Rahul, Rahul, correct your answer. Alpha, very good Srikanth, excellent. So the answer is Supreme Court. So all disputes relating to the President of India will be referred to the Supreme Court. So President election lo edaina oka పొరపాటు జరిగింది అనుకుంటే Supreme Court is the final authority to decide. Who conducts the election to President of India? Presidential election conduct చేసేది ఎవరు? Choose from the options. MKP, correct your answer. Presidential election conduct చేసేది ఎవరు? Who conducts presidential election? Very good Nani, excellent. The answer is election commission. So election commission ఎన్నిక నిర్వహిస్తుంది. ఒకవేళ ఎలక్షన్ ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే you have to approach the Supreme Court. Very good, very good. No, it's not electoral college. Electoral college is a different thing. Electoral college అంటే the voters in presidential election. Election commission conducts election. Don't worry if you don't understand what is electoral college and what is election commission. I will discuss it in our classes. In the batches I will discuss it. Don't worry. Next, killing of a newborn baby by its parents is called. అప్పుడే పుట్టిన బిడ్డను తల్లిదండ్రులు చంపడాన్ని ఏమంటారు? అప్పుడే. వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్ గైస్, వెరీ గుడ్. విజయ, జీవన, ఆల్ఫా, శ్రీకాంత్, వేణు, ప్రియాంక. సో ద ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ ఇన్ఫాంటిసైడ్. సో ఇన్ఫాంట్ అంటే a newborn baby, right? So infant, if you're killing an infant, it is known as infanticide. What is feticide? I explained you what is feticide. Feticide ante you are killing in the fetus. Ante valla mother womb lo unnappudu you are going to kill, pindanni champadam, that is known as feticide. And then what is incest? So incest is having sexual intercourse with your close relatives or blood relatives. So if you are having sex with your close blood relatives, that is known as incest, right? And then we have other term which is known as geronticide. So geronticide is actually killing of elder people. So vayasu ayipoyina valani champeyadam, not taking care, that is known as geronticide. So infanticide ante chinna appude puttina valani champadam, geronticide ante you are killing elderly people. Yeah, Telugu options help sometimes. Yeah, abortion is a colloquial term, I would say. Feticide is a scientific term for abortion. Next, expansion of LLB. Everybody should answer this. Everybody should know this at least. Like, even if you don't know, it's okay. But what do you think? What is LLB? So very bad, guys. So the answer is legum baccalaureus. Who has got this correct? I think Aishwarya, Raj bad. You're bad, but your answer is very good, Raj. Very good, guys. So the answer is legum baccalaureus. So what is the correct way to write LLB, right? So LLB is actually written something like this, LL.B. So why there are two L's? When it is legum baccalaureus, why there are two L's? Rendu L's enduku unnai? Why there are two L's? Answer it. So I think, yeah. So there are two L's because in Latin, when you write a plural, right? So plural manam short form chesinappudu we write it with two double digit, right? For example, paper. No, it's not silent, right? For example, papers or pages unte we will write it as PP, right? So similarly, Bachelor of Laws kabatti LL.B. So legum baccalaureus directly translate to Bachelor of Laws. Is this clear? Latin lo plural words ki we use two double digit. Legum is a foreign, it is a Latin phrase, Aishwarya. No, it is not Bachelor of Legislative Law. See, what is legislative law? Legislative law is a law made by Parliament, right? So then what do you think of Constitution? That Constitution is not a law, because Constitution is not a legislative law, right? Constitution is made by the Constituent Assembly, which is a public law. It is law of the land. So if you think it in that way, if you think it is Bachelor of Legislative Law, you should not actually study Constitution law. But Constitution law is a very important law in Bachelor of Laws. Laws ante anni laws. It might be public law, private law, or law of the land, whatever it is, right? That is how. Next question. Choose the correct answer from the following regarding the limitation period for promissory note. The promissory note ni ఎప్పటి వరకు ఎన్ఫోర్స్ చేయొచ్చు? ప్రామిసరీ నోట్ యొక్క పరిమితి వ్యవధికి సంబంధించి దిగువ కింద వాటిలో నుండి సరైన సమాధానాన్ని ఎంపిక చేయండి. సరైన సమాధానం. వెరీ గుడ్ విజయ, ఎక్సలెంట్. The answer is 3 years, right? So what is a promissory note? Promissory note is something that you write when you have to pay any amount to somebody, right? For example, you have taken 1 lakh rupees from me and you are promising to return it with 12% interest rate after some years. So then You will write a promissory note and you will say that you will be giving it after this much of time. That is a promissory note. Next, which of the following included to the Constitution of India on the basis of Swaran Singh Committee? Already మనం discuss చేసినాం. We discussed it. స్వరణ్ సింగ్ కమిటీ ఆధారంగా భారత రాజ్యాంగంలో కింది వాటిలో ఏది చేర్చబడింది? ఏది చేర్చబడింది పిల్లలు? So the answer is, oh, what is this? Okay, yeah, fundamental duties. So fundamental duties were placed on the recommendations of Swaran Singh Committee. Swaran Singh Committee recommended 8 fundamental duties. Swaran Singh Committee 8 ప్రాథమిక విధులను మాత్రమే సూచించింది, but Parliament has enacted 10 fundamental duties, and by enacting 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002, we have added one more fundamental duty. So total number of fundamental duties are 11. మొత్తం ప్రస్తుతానికి 11 fundamental duties ఉన్నాయి. స్వరణ్ సింగ్ కమిటీ రికమెండ్ చేసింది 8, పార్లమెంట్ యాడ్ చేసింది 10 and plus 1 11. So this can be a question in the exam. Next, United Nations was established in dash year. ఐక్యరాజ్య సమితి డాష్ సంవత్సరంలో స్థాపింపబడింది. Very good guys, very good. So the answer is 1945. We talked about the UN Charter as well. So in 1945, this particular thing was United Nations was established. Next question. Very good Srikanth, excellent. Next question. The right of a Hindu son born out of invalid marriage in ancestral property of his father. తన తండ్రి పూర్వాహిత ఆస్తిలో చెల్లని వివాహం నుండి పుట్టిన హిందూ కుమారుని హక్కు. What is the right available to illegitimate child? So illegitimate child is somebody who is not born out of a valid marriage. So the answer is equal share irrespective of legitimacy. పుట్టినటువంటి తన హిందూ కుమారుడు వాడు లీగలా ఇల్లీగలా లెజిటిమేటా ఇల్లెజిటిమేటా అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఇమ్మెటీరియల్, రైట్? సో whatever it is, he will get equal share in ancestral property. We are talking only about ancestral property. Yes, one is the right answer. So ancestral property ante వాళ్ళ grandfather నుండి వచ్చిన property from his great grandfathers. But when it comes to acquired property, father acquire చేసిన property లో it is father who will decide who has to get the property. But when it comes to ancestral property, sons will have equal share irrespective of whether the son is legitimate or not. Right? Next. So don't worry if you don't understand this particular concept. I will be discussing family law. In family law, I will be talking about Hindu law, Muslim law, and also Special Marriage Act. So Special Marriage Act is for Christians and intercaste marriages and all. I will interreligious marriages and all. So I will talk about it. So don't worry if you don't understand it. Right? Next. Which is the only state in India that follows a common civil code? భారతదేశంలో ఉమ్మడి పౌర స్మృతి అవలంబిస్తున్న ఏకైక రాష్ట్రం ఏది? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఉమ్మడి పౌర స్మృతి అవలంబిస్తున్న ఏకైక రాష్ట్రం ఏది? Very good guys, excellent. Jeevana, Venu, Srikanth, Rahul, Madhu, Vijaya, Alpha, Trisha. Very good guys. So the answer is Goa. So Goa is the only state which has a uniform civil code. So uniform civil code is mentioned under Article 44 of the Indian Constitution, which is the DPSP. Which part of the Indian Constitution reflects the ideology of humanism? భారతదేశంలో ఏ భాగం మానవతావాదంను ప్రతిబింబిస్తుంది? గోవా అండ్ ముంబై ఆప్షనే లేదు కదా, గోవా అండ్ ముంబై. భారత రాజ్యాంగంలోని ఏ భాగం మానవతావాదంని ప్రతిబింబిస్తుంది? So the answer is DPSP, because if you look at other provisions which has nothing to do with humanism, right? But in DPSP it talks about living wage for both men and women, okay, and proper treatment of workers and labor, right? So all of these things are mentioned under DPSP. So DPSP is the right answer. Last question of the day. After that I'll take up if you have any questions. The representation to states in Rajya Sabha is given. Rajya Sabhalo రాష్ట్రాలు ఎలా ప్రాతినిధ్యం వహిస్తాయి? On basis of equality, in proportion to territory of state, in proportion to population of state, in proportion to the members of state legislatures. What is the answer? Very good Aishwarya, very good Nani. The answer is in proportion to the population of state. In proportion to population of state. When it comes to USA, right? When it comes to USA it is based on equality. USA lo 50 states unnai, every state ki 2 seats they have allotted in the US Senate. So Senate ante mana India lo Rajya Sabha laga US lo Senate undi. So Senate lo 50 states ki prati state ki rendu, chinna state a pedda state a danlo population enta anedi it is completely immaterial. But in India it is based on population of the state. So a state lo enta population undane dani batti this particular representation in Rajya Sabha is made, right? So with this we are ending the AP Lawcet 2022 PYQ analysis. If you have any doubts with respect to anything, please feel free to write them down in the chat window. So and also let me update the schedule for tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be having 3 sessions. At 4 o'clock we will be having criminal law part 2, which did not actually happen today due to scheduling issue, due to login issue. And then at 6:30 PM we will be having our target 25 plus, which is a current affairs revision series for TS and AP Lawcet. And at 9 PM we will be having legal aptitude PYQ analysis part 4 of TS Lawcet. In TS some questions are missing, like I have to discuss another 40 questions which I will discuss in tomorrow's class, right? So till Friday this will be, till tomorrow is Friday, right? So till tomorrow we will have this particular schedule, right? So and Saturday I am not available from 6 to the entire day. So my classes will mostly happen in the morning and afternoon on Saturday, and from Monday, as per the information that I have, from Monday or Tuesday most probably we will be launching a new batch, I would say. So from there, once we start the paid classes, the schedule is going to be little different. There won't be many YouTube sessions. So at least from my side, other educators might take. What about mental ability classes? That is what will be there in the paid batch. Mental ability, GK and current affairs, everything. And if you look Jeevana in the portal, already the recordings of mental ability are already there, right? So students who are a part of Lawcet Adda, you already have the recorded sessions of mental ability. However, live classes we will be starting in the paid batch. Of course, so as I told you, like all the students of Lawcet will get access, right? Studio tour. So what is studio tour? There's no big studio over here, right? So if you calculate my entire studio, it won't even be like worth of 20,000. Full length mock test. Full length mock test, I think it will be on Sunday. Full length mock test will be on Sunday. Priyanshu will update it in the group. Once explain parole. See, parole ante, to put it in very simple terms, మనం జనరల్గా బెయిల్ అని ఎక్కడ వాడతామో దాని యాక్చువల్ మీనింగ్ ఇస్ ప్యారోల్. ఒక మనిషిని అరెస్ట్ అయిన వ్యక్తిని బయటికి పంపేయడాన్ని ప్యారోల్ అంటాము. ఓకే, సో బయటికి పంపేయడానికి ఒక సెక్యూరిటీ డిపాజిట్ చేయాలి. అటు సెక్యూరిటీ డిపాజిట్ని వి కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ బెయిల్. ఇస్ దిస్ క్లియర్ మధు? Monday classes schedule and fee details. Vijaya, if you are a part of Lawcet Alpha course already, so then you need not pay any fee. Like if you are not a part of Lawcet Alpha, I think the fee would be like I think it is like 4,000 rupees for 2 months. Like it is like 2,000 per month, I would say, like 4,000 rupees in total. I'm not sure. I'm not giving you a guarantee about the price because that is a proposal that I have sent, that we have sent. If it is accepted, it will be the same. If a different pricing is given, I will update you. Not a part. Don't worry, Vijay. Even if you are not a part, it's not a problem. So I'm here to help you. So we will update you the course price here on the channel. Okay. So once a new batch, because firstly we will be launching a batch on legal aptitude, and then we will launch a full length batch. Right. So I think that would be the case. So let us see like what exactly is the thing that I will get from the management. So whatever is given, I have to take it at that particular. Where to put? I'll share the link. Like once let the batch get ready, I will share the link. So because the goal page is not yet ready, if you go and check now, "2 months లేదు కదా సార్, ఫీ చూడండి again." It is not in my hands. See, I think that is a bare minimum fees that I could. But of course, see, even if you it is not there, it's not a problem, right? So whatever fees decided by management, that has to be fixed, right? I don't have any say that. I just sent a proposal that okay, this will be a good price. So whatever it is, I hope I have finished the AP Lawcet analysis. Tomorrow we will have these 3 sessions. So make sure that you are attending all of them. I'll see you all tomorrow, and I'll update the schedule of Saturday by tomorrow again. Right? So all the best. Bye bye.